The Balisong market as of early 2014 is a joke. I know all you Balisong guys and gals out there know about this. It's so stupid. Whenever a company makes a Balisong, they slap on the most expensive materials they possibly can, and they make it ridiculously overpriced. It's like the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's just, one reason is that parts of Balisongs need to be made in the U.S. They can't be imported. It's a stupid-ass law, I know, but trust me, it's true. And that's one of the reasons why they're kind of expensive, but come on. Benchmade especially. I mean, the 60 series is a joke. It's just a worse version of the 40s. Everybody wants a 42, 42, 42. Please make a 42. Nope, they make a 62, which is terrible. It's not terrible. It's a very good knife, but it's too expensive. It's like $300 or something. It's ridiculous. And it's slightly shorter than the 40 series, I think. It's slightly heavier because of the stainless steel handles instead of titanium handles. Doesn't even have a spring latch. Why did they not put a spring latch on it? Somebody tell me, oh, well, it's a throwback to the classic design. Nobody cares. Everybody wants a spring latch, okay? Nobody wants a T-latch, guys. The spring latch is a new thing. Why do they just make it, patent it, and then ditch it? Let's just not put it on any of our knives. Oh, we'll put the cup weirdo spring latch on our Morphos. It's not as good, but, you know, it's almost there. Just put the real one on there. God, it's so fucking stupid. But anyway, this is the fake Benchmade 42. They also make currently the 41, the 40T, that's the trainer model, the 43, 46, 47, and 49. I'm sure you can find the others, but that's what I saw so far. You get it in this sheath. You have both the vertical and horizontal carry, and this is what the real Benchmade sheath looked like. It was very similar to this. Not quite the same. Oh, it's so beautiful. Fake Benchmade 42, the knife everybody wants and nobody's making anymore. Spring latch. Check it. Oh, it's springy. It flips magnificently. I have never personally owned a 42, but everybody says it feels very similar to it. I don't know how similar, but it's very smooth. Has a nice click. Nice clicks to it. Oh, yeah. I like that channel construction. Different with sandwich construction, like stupid Kimuras. By the way, yeah, Kimuras, Balisongs, they won't break on you, ever, really, but they're annoying. They're so blocky and just, like, boring to flip. I don't like the Kimuras, but I have had a couple of those, and yeah, they work. If you want a Balisong for under $100, yeah, $80 or $90, whatever it is, sure, you're not going to like it, but it's not going to break on you. That's, like, the whole point. Why do they make them so freaking ugly? I don't know, but this is the one everybody wants, and Benchmade's just like, nope, we're not making it. We can, but, you know, we're not. So everybody's just torture. Everybody wants to get into Balisongs, just can't have good ones. They have to have the sub $10 ones that break on you, or the $50 ones that are okay, but they loosen up really badly and really fast. And you know, we still have it for a year, but it's terrible. That kind of deal. Ugh, it's a joke. Oh, we got the Morphos. They're kind of light and they're a little bit weird, but you know, $250 if you want it. That's too expensive to put D2 on it. Why? Who cares about the blade steel on a Balisong? Nobody gives a crap. Hey, Balisong people, Balisong guys people who make Balisongs, nobody cares about the blade steel. People want a Balisong because they want to flip it and they don't want it to fall apart on them, so they get a high quality one. Well, okay, what blade steel do they want? Because they're clearly going to be cutting stuff all the time. 154 cm. Well, I'm a steel snob, so I want my 154 cm. I'm not going to cut anything with it, but I still want it. So everybody else is paying an extra $150 on that because they put the stupid 154 cm on there. Put 440C or 420HC or whatever it is. Put that on it. Nobody cares about D2 on a Balisong. Benchmade makes 50,000 other knives with that blade steel on it. Nobody wants it on the Balisong because they have to pay more money. Unless you're like rich, you're some rich prick, and you're like, well, I'm glad it's $300. I'm gonna get my D2 that I never use. Like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, this is an amazing knife for $25. That's generally what it is. You get them at AliExpress.com. It's AliExpress.com. Just type in BM40 or BM42, and you'll see a picture of the Benchmade 40T, the trainer model. Click on it, and then if you buy it, you have to, there's like a little additional notes section thing, and you type in which one you want. So you could say whatever the ones they have available. Say, I want a BM42, I want a BM41, I want a BM43. Just say that, and I asked for a 42, and then I got this one. If you don't write anything in it, they'll just give you the trainer model, the 40T, which is not bad either. I might get that one eventually, because sometimes when I do new crazy moves, like, I don't want to jump right in with a sharp edge, and this comes with razor sharp. I'm not doing a cutting test. I don't have any paper on me right now. It's over there, and I don't feel like getting it. But it is razor sharp, razor sharp. And I even touched it up a little bit with the strop, so it's even sharper now. but it was very sharp out of the box. So it's not like it is 440C. It's not 154 cm, which reminds me, let's get on with the specs. These are the specs off of the real Benchmade, and I know this is pretty much an exact replica of the real Benchmade 42. So these specs pretty much apply to this one for the most part. We have a 9.4 inch overall length. The blade itself is 4.2 inches, so it's past 4 inches even. It probably has a 4-inch edge, but 4.2 inch blade length. 0.125 blade thickness inches. Blade material is 440C. The real one is 154 cm. This one's 440C. And then we have a Weehawk style blade on the 42, flat ground. It has a satin finish on there, and the handle length is 5.2 inches. Each handle is 5.2 inches long, and then closed length is 5.5 inches because the tang pokes out there. And we have a spring latch, or integrated spring latch as they call it. We have stainless steel handles on this thing. The real 42 and the 40 series has titanium handles. This is stainless steel, so it's slightly heavier, but the strength is exactly the same, pretty much. The real one is 4.1 ounces. This one is about 5.5 ounces. I weighed it myself because it's stainless handles. And it has a nylon sheath with a. And it's made in China, probably. Let's read these. Gosh, where is it? Right. It says Benchmade Balisong. You can't read that, but who cares? Ta-da! Come on. 440C Benchmade USA. It's not made in the USA. It's not made by Benchmade. It's made in China by some gay-ass company. But it's a really awesome company because they make the 42s that we all want. So, thanks. And I know a lot of people, I'm getting a lot of flack for this. Everybody's like, screw you, man. But honestly, I have nothing against buying these. They're fakes, but because Benchmade's being an ass about their knives right now, I'm all for it. We all want the 40. They're like, nope. Customer service, as a consumer, I can buy whatever the fuck I want, okay? I'm just saying. So, anywho, it flips beautifully. It is so smooth. Oh my gosh. And the nice clicks to it. I like the length of it. It's a lot to hold on to. It's very, very versatile. It's very cool looking. And yes, of course, all the critiques and everything I say in this review right here is going to apply basically to the real Benchmade because it feels. I've never personally owned a 42, but everybody says who has it, they says it feels literally like exactly the same almost. We do have a latch gate here, just like the real one. So even though it's an integrated spring latch, it will not come in contact. It is an adjustable latch. You'd be like, well, what the fuck's an adjustable latch? Well, I'll tell you. I have a Torx bit there. It looks almost like a Microtech latch or something, but it's threaded, so you can actually adjust it. You can unscrew it slightly, and then you could screw in the handle, and it shortens or lengthens it. So over time, if the handles get closer together, which I don't think they really will, honestly, you can shrink the latch so it'll always lock up. It has a nice lock up right now, and then it springs nice open. Come on. And if the latch is too tight or too loose or whatever, you can adjust it. Over time, as cheapo Balisongs do, they flatten these tang pins. They flatten them, but because I'm pretty sure this is heat treated, it hasn't flattened at all. I've been flipping it for like 3 weeks now. It's ridiculous. It's taking in such a beating, and it's holding up really well. And look, they have even these little channels here. I don't know what these are called, but that's where the tang pin resides in. And check it. Look closely. It's like magic. The tang pin like disappears within them. It's such a nice touch, and that is what the real Benchmade 40s had, I believe. So it's really, really nice. It looks almost exactly like a real one, except the latch is not quite the same. And this one specifically is missing like the little cup shape. It's just like a straight thing. It's supposed to have little cup shapes on the safe handle here. This other one I have, which I'll talk about later, this is a 41. It has the cup shapes actually. See, that's what the real one's supposed to have. And it is a superior design because you actually hear that click in because it's almost like a little lip, so it prevents it from ever coming out really. But this one does not have it. I don't know why that is exactly. You could probably do a blade swap. I bought 2 of them at like 2 days apart from each other. And this is what I got in the 42, and that one I got the nice cup shapes there. So this is probably an older handle design that they had stocked. But another thing you can see is that the bite handle is slightly longer than the safe handle. Does not do anything for flipping. I don't feel anything, but it's just a small detail I noticed. I was like, hey, wait a second. But anyway, it's holding up so. It's been 3 weeks. It has not gotten any worse. The tang pin has not flattened. It might eventually, but this is how it was out of box, and it stayed the same. There's other Balisongs I've had that were like $10 or less or something, or maybe $15 or $20, but they flatten really fast. In like within days, the handles are smacking together to each other. I'm like, oh great, and you gotta get out the hammer, flatten that tank pin down every single time. This one hasn't done that. The lockup is fantastic, super strong, no movement at all. It shouldn't be. It is a Balisong, pretty much like the strongest locking mechanism out there, I say. Wow, it's just so smooth. I like these the holes here. They're not just like cut-ins. Like the Chimeras, they're rounded, and so it's good to grip onto. It is stainless steel, so it might be slippery, but you have something to grip onto there, pretty much. So they're not going to slip out of your hands. Another problem with the Chimeras, they're so flush and slippery, and when your hands get sweaty, ugh, that's another problem I had with those things. But I love the channeling construction. It's one solid piece of steel, and they take laser cut or whatever, and they just mill that out. Oh. And they used to not have this latch. It used to just be like a straight up just latch, but it's adjustable, like I said, so that's another upside. So even if this did flatten on you a little bit and the handles actually got a little bit closer, you can adjust the latch. So virtually you have an everlasting Balisong here for $25, a good looking Balisong with a good weight. It's so smooth. Channel construction handles. Channel construction handles. It flips amazing. Oh my gosh. If only you could see the flips I'm doing here. Wow. I'm amazed. It's the best Balisong I've ever had, even for just $25. Beats a Chimera. I say it beats a Chimera. Of course, the materials are not quite the same, but another reason, you might think, well, $80 versus $25, of course it's cheaper. Well, the Chimera is made in US, so if this were in the US and they use these same materials, probably maybe like, I don't know, $60 or $70 to make it. So quality is probably almost on par with a Chimera, believe it or not. You have less consistency. It's a little bit more scary, you know, to pay your money to this company that you have no idea. But both of these knives, I actually bought a couple of these like Fako knives, not just Benchmades, but all these other kinds, and they all arrived. So I don't know. It might not be comfortable with it, or you might think it's wrong or whatever. But according to me, I don't care. You could pay whatever you want, because if a knife company is being a dick about something, they make an amazing knife and they take it away from you. You're like, no, we're not making it anymore, and they make you a crappy version, and it's so expensive. It's like highway robbery, most ridiculous thing ever. I have no problem spending money on a knife that's gonna make me happy. I really don't care about what some hypocrite online says. You have a kicker here, not a second tang pin. The kicker keeps it shut because it touches the inside of the channel there, and that's even more superior than a tang pin, I think, because this whole blade's heat treated, and of course this part's also going to be heat treated, and that's a lot of surface. It's not. I don't see that ever really flattening. The blade's the most heat treated spot on the whole knife, so pretty much I think you're always going to be stuck with this close up. It's not going to flatten on you, I don't think. Again, 3 weeks or so, you might think, oh, that's not much time. Well, it hasn't changed one bit in 3 weeks, so it's not like it's only slightly changed in 3 weeks, and nothing happened in 3 weeks. So I'm going to say high quality. There's little imperfections here and there, like, again, like I said, that handle poking out. Oh, and one more thing. One of these pins, I think, is like longer than the other one. It's kind of poking out a little bit. That's just a little cosmetic thing. Doesn't do anything for the use. It loosened up on me a little bit, but I just Loctite them in. Now it's not changing whatsoever. Tension was kind of tight at a box, not like too tight to flip, but I got to a perfect adjustment here and have it Loctited, so it's not really, I don't think it's going to loosen up on me anytime soon. Torx bits didn't strip on me or anything. It's working. I'm very amazed. I love the blade chip. Oh my gosh, I love this blade chip. If you do want to cut it, it is razor sharp. Can't say how long it's going to hold its edge. Probably not too long. I think it is heat treated. It is a very decent knife. It's not just a fakey fake. It's just bad at everything. No, it's a pretty decent knife. Regardless of the fact, let's pretend this is not a Benchmade design. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend this is just a knife. Best Balisong ever for the price, even for sub $100. Best knife ever. Maybe even for $150 knives. Best Balisong ever, even in comparison to those, because $150 can get you a Mangus, and that's it. Manguses are terrible. So I'm just saying, you can also choose your blade style. The one I have right here is a 51. Kukri style, bitch. It's amazing. It is so beautiful. I love this one, probably even more in the 42 here. I also bought a 43, that's a Bowie style blade. 47 modified Tanto. Oh my gosh, that one's sexy. I can't wait till those two come in. I'll make videos on those, obviously. And then, of course, you get the trainer model 40T. The 41, I just said, that's the Kukri. 42, Weehawk. 43, Bowie. 44 is a Tanto. It looks kind of like a cold steel Tanto. 45 is, I think, another kind of Weehawk. It's a gayer looking one, so it's not as good. 46 is a Spear Point. That's double edged, I believe. Wouldn't recommend that one, but it is cool. 47, again, modified Tanto. 48 is a utility style edge with a full flat ground blade. It's kind of dumb looking. I don't like it. 49 is a crisp blade that's swervy. That's actually pretty cool. And that's it. So there's 10 different models. So you can get it from the 40 to the 49, the 40T to the 49. Though I don't know how many of them are always available, but I know when I saw it was 40T, 41, 42, 43, 46, 47, and the 49. Though you can get 7 different Balisongs. They don't have the modified Weehawk. They don't have the utility style edge, and they don't have the other Tanto. Those are the 3 that they don't currently sell, as far as my knowledge goes. But if you want it, again, AliExpress.com. BM40, just type that in, they'll pop up. So amazing. And spring latch, it stays out of the way, and it's good too. It's a little flimsy, but it's a spring latch still. Sometimes when I'm doing latch drops, it's kind of unscrews. Look, you can see it, well, kind of like, I don't know, it kind of moves around a little bit, but it's not really a big deal. Just, Loctite. Loctite. This one did not come with the tool. The 51 came with this tool. They're supposed, it adjusts your latch. This one didn't come with it though. The 51, the 41 did, but anyway, amazing knife. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's so sexy. Flips so well. I love everything about it. And for $25, and it's not getting any worse on me, buy it.